What's going on, guys? So this video is going to be on the topic. Over the last few years, we've been hearing a lot of mental health talk, like people with mental health issues, and you'll see like celebrities and artists and athletes on these podcasts talking about mental health, and they'll talk about some of the trials and tribulations that they went through, family members doing them wrong and stuff like that. Have you ever noticed how when your goal is to, I guess you can have a goal of losing weight, okay? A goal of losing weight, trying not to become obese. The answer to that is exercise and diet, right? That simple. How to eliminate and decrease heart disease and cancer is diet and exercise, cardio. See, that clear answer. And it's and that information is mainstream. Now, when we talk about mental health issues, notice how they just kind of talk about how they cope with it. A lot of people talk about going to therapy, but they're not doing the work. Because when you see a lot of these artists that claim they went to therapy, how many of them do you really think are going to therapy and putting their life on pause just to get their mind right? You don't see that. You still see them on social media flexing and getting that validation from social media, showing off, living life, So, they only bring up how to cope with the mental illness. Notice how they never teach you how to heal from it, to heal and move on, be done with it. They don't teach you that. They don't talk about how to eliminate mental health issues, how to decrease the mental health issues that we have with people, with children going into young adulthood. Notice how they don't bring that up mainstream. And I'm going to tell you why they don't. Because the people that run this country, it's in their best interest financially to leave everybody the way they are. To leave everybody spending more money than they ever have. They're trying to emotional, what is it called? Comfort shopping? Yeah. Comfort shopping, drinking their sorrows away, drugs because they're stressed and depressed, coping, but not teaching people how to get through it, not teaching people how to heal. And they definitely aren't going to teach us how to, eliminate and decrease the amount of people that have mental health issues from children up to young adulthoods. Because if you did that, now you're starting to tell people how they need to parent. And we know how people are when it comes to parenting. They don't want nobody to tell them anything. But when I guarantee you 90% of these parents don't even know that spoiling a child is a form of abuse. I found that out 2 or 3 years ago. Spoiling a child is a form of abuse. And a lot of you in toxic relationships or were in toxic relationships, you were dealing with somebody who was spoiled as a child, and then they became your problem. You were their next mom. You were their next dad. How'd that feel? Exactly. So when I talked about eliminating some of these mental health cases, they're not going to do that because you're going to start telling people how they need to parent, okay? A lot of parents, they're not going to want that. Then you're going to start telling people how they need to date, who they procreate with. And we all know that there are people that, I like what I like. You can't tell me who I need to list, and hell, tell me I want to be with who I want to be with. And then they have children, and then we're talking about mental health issues when they're 15, 16, 17, 20, And then there's somebody else's problem in their 20s and 30s. We just got to start doing the research. And then that's why that'll never be mainstream. A lot of people's mental health issues come from their upbringing. It stems from their upbringing, their childhood trauma. And a lot of people were taught and raised to be, I guess you can say, a narcissist or a toxic person. That was their upbringing. Their parents did that to them. And or family members when it comes to childhood trauma. But we ain't ready for that conversation though. And I didn't want this video to be that long. Just kind of wanted to give people something to think about. I'm gonna definitely do something down around the summertime where I break this video down even further and have like different series because this is big. You know, how to eliminate the cases, decrease the number of cases of mental health, people suffering from mental health. It starts with parenthood and who you procreate with, who you decide to raise children with. Are we gonna keep being selfish and I have a baby with who I want to have a baby with, or let's try to give my child the best possible father. Let's try to give my child the best possible mother, and we'll raise this kid together. Just something to think about. Y'all have a good one.